every day you wake up, if you are a spiritual person, you believe in something you have never seen. You've seen works, but you've never actually seen their face. And you choose every day to believe.
Yeah.
Those who believe in the Bible know that it's faith without works. So my faith can only be activated even more by me working hard.
Come on, man.
So my thing is, faith is getting out the seat. I have to push myself to be out the seat. This is work.
That's right.
So I think the faith part is, to me, the faith part is not the easiest part.
Yeah.
But you have a tag team partner with faith, which is work.
That's right.
They go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand, man.
Like, but my faith has always been kind of big because I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't give myself a choice to think it won't work.
Yeah.
Everything that most of the stuff that I said was going to happen or I was going to do.
Yeah.
I worked to get there.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to the Ross Cloud Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Ross, and this platform was created to motivate and to inspire in hopes that you will become a better you. I'd like to give a shout out to everybody that's listening all over the world. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Ross Cloud Podcast as we navigate through the clouds of life, empowering one another. Listen, we have a very, very special guest with us. I have been wanting to do this interview for a minute now, and I'm super elated and excited to have the brother here. Woo, boy, I'm so happy about it.
Oh, man. I'm glad to be here, man.
Yes, sir. It ain't what you know, but who you know.
Fact.
And I love it, man. We were able to make this happen. We have CEO of The Room, platinum producer, writer, and DJ, Mr. Gavin Williams. What's happening, my brother?
Man, I can't complain.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Seriously.
sir, man. Thank you again, man, for gracing us with your presence here on the Ross Cloud Podcast,
My
man.
honor, man.
Man, I know that's right, man. You know, Gavin, you have such an interesting story for folks that don't know. I'm privy to a little bit because I'm very familiar with you as a person and your growth and who you've become now. And it's beautiful to see, bro. I think I found out more about you, I think in High Point at the time, Gavin, during those times where you were playing. I think you and my sister were probably playing at the same church.
Whole life. Yep, we're Rudy Brown, Bishop Rudy Brown.
Bishop Rudy Brown at that time.
Who is my cousin.
Wow. I didn't know that either. Okay.
Our fathers, no. My father's sister married his father's brother.
Understood.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Yeah.
Yep.
And you know, I used to hear, well, I actually had the opportunity of witnessing you two a couple of times. And I remember after service was over with, I was doing my turbulence time in my life. I was staying with my sister. I was staying with Tanya, and she was like, boy, Gavin is bad. And she would come home and she would tell me about him. And then all of a sudden, you know, I heard about some of the wonderful things you were doing in the industry. Very low key with it, very humble brother. But, man, we are super excited and proud of you, too, though.
Appreciate that.
Let me say that first
Appreciate
and foremost, man. Very proud of you. I pay attention to what you're doing. If I don't get a chance to comment all the time, I try to. I try to watch each reel in detail. You know, the beautiful thing about what you do is putting North Carolina just on the map. Like, you just continue to do that. Those artists that are here, I see you pushing, because there's some talented folks here in North Carolina.
A lot of them.
I mean, just talented.
Yeah.
And they just need that extra push or somebody to actually be interested in what it is that they're doing.
Man, this is a musical slave state. And when I say that meaning that the world treats us like slaves musically, because we North Carolina is a hub of some of the greatest. Now it's other states that just are amazing.
Oh yeah.
But North Carolina has some of the greatest, and I think if it was a word, the most kind of like strong military type plan, meaning
Gotcha.
they don't move.
Yeah.
You need it? Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
We ain't go somewhere else. We don't have to do all that.
Yeah.
We can just play. That's North Carolina and everybody here.
I get it. When did your love for music begin?
I grew up in the church all my life.
Sure.
So I would say it was just I didn't love music. It was just I was born in it.
Understood.
Like it was just my mother was a music teacher. She was an opera singer. My father, he could sing a little bit, but he always was singing. My family just always been between education and music. That's all we did.
I get it. So really, it was automatic for you to be doing this.
Of course.
It's just
I was just the only one that took it to the next level.
I was going to say.
Me and maybe a cousin of mine that decided to do that.
I got you. So you took the time to actually cultivate that gift.
Yeah, I was in college and going to Whole Life, which we all came from Jerusalem Holy Church in Richmond.
Gotcha.
That's how I knew y'all, because Winston would always, like Bishop Patterson and all of them would come up there, David Allen.
That's it,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Wow.
So,
wow, gotcha.
I was at Whole Life. I would go when we lived across the street from the church in that apartment on High Point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I would go across the street and use the keyboard and just make beats because I had heard about this guy named Ski Beats. So I started making beats, and Bishop Brown said, Gav, I don't need you to keep coming in this church late at night.
Right.
So he gave me a keyboard, and that started the madness.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You need that. You need that support.
Yeah, most
you
definitely.
need somebody that see it. And
Most
like,
definitely.
He loved this regardless.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he gonna be here.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody paying him, and he's spending all this time in this space.
$50. But it was okay. I was in college. I ain't know. And then I left college. But I mean, it's the story behind it that makes it dope. You know what I mean?
That's right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's part of the journey.
Yeah.
It's part of the journey, man.
Most definitely.
And it's beautiful to see exactly what you've been able to create and trust in the process.
Yeah.
If you would, could you speak to trust in the process?
The process is so crazy. We can look at this in several ways. We can look at it biblically and talk about Moses. And he saw the promised land, but he had to go through 120 years to just see and let Joshua go.
Amen.
And I wanted to go, so I was going to be Joshua. No way was I going to be Moses, although he was a great man. Then if we go somewhere else, we can talk about dictators.
Yeah.
The Illuminati. These people believe that whatever they believe, Adolf Hitler, even after he died, people still carried on. The Illuminati carried on. I wanted to make sure that the process was that although I knew it wasn't going to be an easy road, I was going to live to see it.
That's it.
That was the biggest part in this whole story that I just told y'all.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the process, and the process is patience. Process is really just patience.
Yeah.
And the understanding that there will be doubt.
Yes.
There will be hope. There will be fear. There will be happiness and courage.
Yeah.
So, I think that's all a part of that.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster of emotion.
Man.
You're absolutely right. If you would, a lot of people talk about faith, right? And sometimes the misconception about faith is you're not going to feel any of that we just talked about. Can you speak to that?
I think with the faith part, every day you wake up, if you are a spiritual person, you believe in something you have never seen. You've seen works, but you've never actually seen their face. And you choose every day to believe.
Yeah.
Those who believe in the Bible know that it's faith without works. So my faith can only be activated even more by me working hard.
Come on, man.
So my thing is, faith is getting out the seat. I have to push myself to be out the seat. This is work.
That's right.
So I think the faith part is, to me, the faith part is not the easiest part.
Yeah.
But you have a tag team partner with faith, which is work.
That's right.
They go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand, man.
But my faith has always been kind of big because I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Like I didn't give myself a choice to think it won't work.
Yeah.
Everything that most of the stuff that I said was going to happen or I was going to do.
Yeah.
I worked to get there.
Yeah.
It was a long road though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We definitely are not discounting that at all.
Right.
It wasn't easy.
No.
But look at you now.
Got in my 40s.
You know?
Craziest thing ever.
Craziest thing ever, right?
Right.
But it's beautiful to see.
Oh, man.
It really is, man. Can you share, if you would, talk about your approach, your creative process, whenever you're approaching a song, a beat, whatever it is, production, period.
I prefer a muse.
Okay. I love it, brother.
Second, usually I'll sit around the house and then it'll just hit me. Or I talk to somebody on the phone, they'll say something, I'll be like, hey, let me call you right back.
Yeah.
Go to writing. And I don't write, so it's a little different for me.
Sure.
I make the beat, I just start singing.
Yes, sir.
Or start rapping.
Yes, sir.
So that's the funny part. Because I don't write, it kind of makes me have a conversation. I call it the R. Kelly approach. R. Kelly may have been one of the greatest or prolific writers in making a conversation. If you took every word he said and just read it, it was actually a conversation.
Absolutely.
So he was probably my biggest motivator, or what do you call it? I wanted to be a writer just like him.
I understand.
Always.
I understand. Wow. You know, I was talking with Eric on yesterday, and I was it yesterday or the day before?
Monday.
I don't know, man. So many days. Well, we be going so hard in the paint, man. You forget the days, you know. But I was talking to him about how R. Kelly reminds me so much of Marvin Gaye. Just that, I wouldn't say they're just alike, but they're pretty
prolific at their times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about the writing and thinking about what you're saying. And I was telling him, I was like, Love Letter probably has to be one of my favorite.
Really?
And I love Love Letter, man. And I think it takes me back to that time. It seemed like he stepped back into the 60s and 70s to me.
You know what he did? He did.
And I heard a lot of those influences, Marvin Gaye, even from Hear My Dear.
Yeah.
I could hear those influences when I was listening to it. So that's why I said Love Letter on that one. Now, of course, there are other ones, too.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But I think for me, I can listen to Love Letter over and over and over and over again. But yeah, that's just one of them as you were talking about how he writes.
Right.
And his ability to write music and having a conversation piece as he's talking about music.
Yeah.
You know, Gavin, you've done some amazing things even from the beginning. I remember, as I stated before, as I go back even more so, you did a lot of things in California.
Yeah.
You were traveling quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know your connection. I know a lot of people say stuff, but now I have you here, so I can just ask you. I heard all kind of things from Marcus Houston, from B2K, from just that whole tribe right there. I don't know if there's any truth to that. I just said I believe it because it's Gavin. So maybe we can kill some of that right now. But I do know you was there. So go ahead.
Yeah, I started with this guy named Sean D that was from Greensboro.
Gotcha.
From New York, but he lived here.
I got you.
Ended up meeting. Well, no, actually, the funny part is how I got started was Terrence J introduced me to this guy named Jello Jones, and I went to New York, started messing around, not with Now City, but I was around Ski Beats a little bit.
Okay.
And then I gave some songs to this guy, Epic Records at the time. This girl by the name of Sharifa heard it. They wanted the records. Sharifa happened to be signed to this guy in North Carolina. So I ended up having an independent contract with them.
Understood.
Yeah.
Say no more. Then that clears all of that up.
And that turns into me 4 days, end up being 4 months in California working with Vincent Herbert, who was the one married to Tamar. And that's how I got connected with people out of Marcus Houston's camp and different people like that.
Thank you for clearing that up, my brother. I appreciate that. That was so many years ago.
Oh, yeah.
But I
about 205 or
yes,
something
sir.
Like
05. So I knew of your history, and then I had the opportunity also to see you a lot at Boston's during that time, during those seasons and those times. And it was awesome to watch you work.
Right.
And now you're doing some things. I actually saw where you had done some things with Sutherland's.
Yeah.
Talk about that project a little bit, man.
Well, we just still just doing shows. I think what has made my career as a local, with a band, I guess a local artist, whatever you want to call it, has been the team.
Yeah.
I feel like a great coach, but I got a great quarterback. And then I have a great starting lineup.
Come on.
So I think my success, I always tell them every blue moon, I'm nothing without my team.
Yes, sir.
Like I have been able to be Michael Jordan because I had a Pippen.
Come on, man.
And I got a
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, sir.
That's been let me say a Phil Jackson, because I really don't even get to play on the field half of the time. You know what I mean? So it's been a fun time because of the team. Your team ain't dope. You ain't nothing.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Man, I love that, man. I love that. That teamwork
Come
make
on,
the
man.
dream work.
Yeah.
Ain't that what we say, Jamal?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nothing without the team.
Nothing without the team, man. I absolutely love that, man. I wish most artists could kind of grab a hold to that. And we can let go of some things, and then we can see some things really happen for us, man. Yeah, we can. Can you share some of your favorite techniques or tools for achieving unique and innovative sounds in your productions? That's kind of a loaded question.
You know what? I don't have.
You don't.
I don't have a. You know what I tell people all the time? I studied a lot of producers and different people, but I kept to my sound. So this was the crazy thing, and it makes sense to what you just said.
Okay.
I went to L.A. and it was so many dope people, and I'm like, oh man, I can't keep up with them. And then someone would say, yo, hey, let me get that track right there. And the thing what I had to notice or find out was the technique and my uniqueness. I can't really explain that. All I can say is the music. Your technique is like continue to do you.
Yeah.
When you're selling. Now, that don't mean on the other side of that don't mean that you can't work with other people.
Sure.
Or let somebody because there's several sides to this. This is the artist side, the songwriter side, and then the production side for me.
Okay.
So and the show side.
Okay.
So sometimes either in the show side or the artist side, I have to submit to either the producer or the A&R.
Okay.
When I'm in the local side, I have to submit to my MD and sometimes the singers I'm working with. So I think the technique is to be all 100% you, but understand times that you have to submit to the people that you trust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that. So basically, you're not suffocating the creativity of your other folks.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wish they get the air. Like a lot of times they just like, no, man, we just gonna chill.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. And I know this is all subject. My team has been so supportive. It's almost scary. I can't fail.
Yeah, that's right.
And not just because I have a team, but because they put too much on me. When I say that, I mean they're like, no, Gav, you got it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man,
yeah.
But I don't feel like I do.
Nah.
But if my team believe it,
I got it.
And I gotta go get it.
Yes, sir. You got to. You got to. But you know what, though? That's a humbling statement, though, within itself, because so many people who are over a band or leaders, a visionary, if you would, sometimes ego can take, can foreshadow, the true greatness of that individual.
And they become alone.
That's it, brother. I love it. And there ain't nothing else to say after that right there, brother. You done said it. You know what I'm saying? Now I asked a question on yesterday, so I want to ask you on today. What are your thoughts Do you like analog or digital better?
Woo!
And why?
I like analog a little bit better. It's drier to me. I know that don't make sense. It sounds drier. I like analog better.
Okay.
But I understand digital too. I get it.
Okay.
But analog, you can't never be analog because I feel like a room like this, analog fits.
Oh, yes.
Digital sound good.
Yeah.
But it ain't a vibe.
Nah.
Like analog is a vibe. Digital is now kind of just a choice of work. But and some people still use analog to work. But
Sure.
I think I prefer analog.
You prefer analog.
Yes.
I got you. I love it. Thank you for answering that.
Yeah.
It's so funny because so many musicians have so many different answers of why.
Yeah, they got a whole lot of technical answers. I'm like, man, I don't know that. You know what? And that's the funny part. Most people don't know this.
Yeah.
Everybody is more technical and understands this than me. Yes.
Wow.
They understand this. I don't. I mean, I use a GPS to get places.
Sure.
For the most, with the music thing, the younger kids and some of the kids, I mean, people my age, they are so technical.
Gotcha.
And it gets them nowhere. I mean, no, it gets them somewhere. But it's just not as authentic.
Gotcha.
It's not authentic.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm with you 100% on that. I love it, man. How do you bring about a balance within work and personal life? How do you do that, Gavin? How do you work through that, man?
God rest her soul, my wife. She was my wife. I used to have a thing where I would work when she's at work. She comes home, spend time with her, go back to work. Then at 7 o'clock, we had dinner. So 7, I will wait till she go to bed.
Right.
Go back to work, go to bed.
Understood.
So the thing is, I'm in a state right now because I want to get married again. I want a girlfriend.
Sure. Yeah.
And somebody was like, you don't need that. Chase this success. The thing is with success, I was really never worried about that.
That's right.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen, right.
But the thing is, I think you watch a lot of successful people that are millionaires, billionaires, and they are so depressed.
And lonely.
And the thing is, it's not because they can't find anybody, but they found somebody after they made too much. And they never really trust that person, or they really don't. That person won't in the gym with them.
Yeah.
So I've always learned to be able to have rules. Hey, if I'm working too much,
say something, and
I'm gonna take off.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And it was certain things that I could have did better when I was married. Like I wasn't a big restaurant eater. She would like to go, so she would go with her friends. I would go every blue moon. But you just learn certain things that require success cannot take everything.
Yeah.
It can't.
Yeah.
You will lose your mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts.
You will lose your mind. Yeah. And I've seen it happen a little bit to me, not losing my mind, but I've seen it hit me a little bit different. It hasn't made me treat people anyway, but it's like, my whole mindset is like, I gotta win, I gotta do this, and nothing else matters. And I can't. You can't live like that, man.
Nah, you can't. Let me ask you something, man. You lost your wife. I want to know from you, because the premise of our show is to help people become better,
right,
as they navigate through the clouds of life,
right.
And this show, we like to empower people. So I gotta ask you this: how have you been able to deal with the grieving process of losing a spouse?
I didn't. And that was the problem.
Okay.
I used to, when it was her birthday or anniversaries and stuff, I would put her dress on a bed with me and would sleep.
Gotcha.
For a couple of days.
Wow.
I've met someone who I felt like is perfect for me.
Okay.
But I think the thing is, I'm still in the process because I can date and do whatever I want.
Sure.
I'm still learning what it means to grieve. I don't know yet. And the hardest part, honestly, didn't come into the past 2 or 3 months. I was already doing stuff.
Yeah, man.
I was already winning.
Sure.
But it got, I think this last time, I was after the BET Awards.
Yeah.
It kind of hit me different,
man.
because there was so much great things happening.
Sure.
So I would put it on Facebook, Instagram, but I came home
Too.
alone.
Yeah.
No one is there
Yeah.
to.
Congratulations, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, you did so good. I'm
Yeah.
proud. You said you was gonna do.
I'm winning for grandkids,
Sure.
my future,
Sure.
whoever she is, but
Yeah.
I ain't got nobody to come home
Come
to.
home to. Wow.
And that sucks.
Yeah. That's heavy. Thank you for your transparency on that too,
Yeah.
man.
So
Yeah.
that I hadn't really grieved yet. But
Wow.
well, look, let me say this. It's not that I hadn't grieved, but they say it lasts for however lasts the person.
Sure, man. Sure.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, I got you. But you've done some amazing things even through all of that.
Facts.
You've done some amazing things. One person that I looked up that I don't have a direct connection with, but I have a connection with Joshua Guns.
Joshua Guns,
who was in Mike Anderson's film,
Okay.
A Polished Soul.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that connection, I had the opportunity of hearing Joshua's music.
Yep.
Didn't have no idea to connect with that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about what it was like working with Joshua, man, on that project?
That was an easy we've worked together, honestly, for the past.
He's a dope artist too.
Oh man, he was dope when he was in college.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It usually was always a sending beats things. We've done a song and a video together.
Okay.
But we've worked together for a long time. He's a very dope artist. No artist is rappers are a little bit easier for me.
Okay.
Because all I got to do is really send beats.
Yeah.
No one wants to. Now I wouldn't say he wouldn't, but most rappers don't want to pay me the money to be Dr. Dre in the studio. And then, matter of fact, the crazy thing is I got to be with Jay Guns Monday in Atlanta.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that, man.
But he's dope.
Yeah,
Amazing.
he is, man. And we're going to keep going on up the ladder, man. You got some music on the shot.
Yeah.
Which I think is dope. It's one of my favorite right now. Man, I think we are watching it right now. We've been binge watching. So we catching up is what we doing.
Got you.
So I had no idea. So, of course, when it cut to the scene, I said, man, come on. Come on, don't play with me, North Carolina. Don't do this to me, Carolina. Stand up, right? So I'm sitting there. So when I looked as I was doing my research and my studying before you came, I looked on there and I said, well, damn, I saw that episode.
Yeah.
So, you have to go back.
Yeah.
Wow, my man G on it.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
What was that like for you? What was that moment like for you?
I think the first sync I ever got on was with, man, it was a movie actually. It was
Okay.
George Lopez and Tay Diggs.
Okay.
I forget what that movie was.
Okay.
But I think hearing me on the TV shows, shout out to The Shot too.
Yeah, no doubt.
I love it because it represents what I foreseen for North Carolina.
Understood.
It's not really a thing for me.
I understand. I'm with you now. Yes, sir.
Like,
yes, sir.
I have to prove to a lot of people in LA why I don't need to be in LA.
Yeah.
So when this stuff happens,
yes, sir,
it proves I can do this anywhere.
Yeah.
Because they look, Gav, why live in L.A.? Jesus ain't even healed a lot of people in his own city. So why he did it more out of they like, yo, why would you want to stay there?
Yeah.
The opportunity here. But I'm like, yo, I seen others.
You've seen, yeah.
It don't have to be there.
Nah, that's
and
right.
then knowing what I want for North Carolina, especially my Greensboro family.
Yes.
I can't give up like that, man.
Yeah, I love it, man. I absolutely love it, man. This is beautiful to see And we're going to keep on going on.
Yeah.
We might as well go ahead and keep building.
Yeah, oh, no.
Let's talk about Cowboy Carter and how 16 carriages just fell right in a brother lap. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Texas. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it.
The track was like 5 years old.
Okay.
This was before she even did Renaissance.
Understood.
So I had been working on getting stuff on her since COVID started.
Understood.
And then I kind of gave up and was like, I don't care no more.
Yeah.
There's other artists I can work with.
Sure.
And then I went to this church function for a Super Bowl. Then I went to Mama Yellow's house.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I went to Mama Yellow's house, watched TV. We was watching Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And they said Beyonce dropped 2 new songs.
Gotcha.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Super Bowl over.
Yeah.
I get in the car to go. I'm literally pulling up to my place of residence.
Yes, sir.
And I get a call from somebody from the Nation, and they was like, "Brother Gavin." I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on?" "Congratulations, my brother." I'm like, "What you talking about, man?"
Yeah.
Because I know how they do in LA. This team, they congratulate everything.
Sure.
"Man, you just made it on Beyonce album." I'm like, "What is you talking about?"
Yeah, like what you talking about, man?
I'm like, "Wait, put the car in park." I didn't even park the car. I just stopped the car and put it in park. "What is you talking about?" "My brother, you on Beyonce's new project."
Yes, sir.
"Wait," I'm like, no, I'm not." "Oh, wait, let me send you the text."
And there it was.
Never knew it.
I love it.
Never knew it. And it was kind of one of the, I cried in the car.
Yeah, man. You were supposed to.
I cried.
Yeah, you were supposed to.
It was one of the most unbelievable things because, again, my success is not just for me.
Nah, it's North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I see the purpose behind it too. And you know everything that you're saying is so true. Because it is a moment where you have, man, North Carolina, we here, baby.
Yeah.
We in the building.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that, man. It's such a huge moment for you in your life. I know, I don't think I heard about it till later. Mm-hmm. So when I heard about it, I was like, what? I said, come on, man.
That's what I said. Same thing I said.
Mm-hmm. And then I went back and I did my own research and I said, I be doggone. You never know what God is going to do for someone.
Oh, yeah. And the crazy part was they did, because since she did Texas Hold'em, the other young lady, she recorded it in Greensboro because a lot of her family is here.
Sure.
So they did all this radio interview, stuff and news stuff on her. And one of my homegirls said, "Gavin, you need to call the this and that person." I'm like, "I'm not doing all that."
Yeah.
And then one of my homegirls who works for, I think ABC or one of them in Raleigh, she was like, "Gavin, why you not telling nobody about this?" I'm like, "Cause I don't,
Yeah.
I told Facebook, I don't.
You already did what you needed.
Yeah. She was like, "No, we're getting you on the news."
And they did.
Yeah. Twice,
you know what I mean?
brother.
Twice.
Yeah.
But it's a big deal.
It is.
When we think about artists like that, at the top of their game, surpassing what they've already said that they were going to do.
Facts.
And then we have a producer right here out of Greensboro that's, not really thinking about it, just doing what you love to do.
Doing what I love to do.
Your passion. You wasn't chasing it.
In the beginning, I was.
Okay.
But then I just, was like, let me go to other stuff.
And it just happened.
Yeah, but it's important to be able to be touched. I ain't talking about my pockets or robbing me.
Right. Well, but thank God that it happened.
It's important to be touched right now because, you look at other states and now you be like, sometimes they do it in Atlanta, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's T.I. Oh, that's JD.
Yeah.
But that's the importance.
Yes.
The importance is you have these big names that you can be able to be like, oh, they live in Greensboro. Yeah, I know them.
Yeah.
Like, that's important.
It's very important.
I may be the closest thing to what most producers or musicians can say.
Yeah.
Oh no, he really be there.
Yes.
And I'm better than him, so I need to be able to do that too. You know what I mean? And that's okay. Like,
Yeah, it really is.
Like
It is.
that was the point. Like,
Yeah.
I am, again, I don't respect. Well, maybe a little bit, but I look up to what, again, the people like Hitler's and them, the Gaddafi.
No, I know what you mean by that.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
understood it's us.
Yes. Yeah, they understood that. Yeah.
It's us.
It's us.
So even like Winston, High Point, Raleigh, I want all of us to win. But
Yes.
first,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
they got to come first.
Yeah. Yeah. I absolutely love it. I was just telling E the other day, I was like, man, that's so what my thing is too.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to everybody from North Carolina. I didn't care what you was doing or how big you was doing it. Let's talk to you.
Yeah.
You need a voice. Let's talk about what you do.
Yes.
Because you never know. Somebody might see it.
That part.
All it takes is for the right person, one person to see it. Just one to recognize what you're doing, and you'll take off. And you're right here in North Carolina.
I have went
love
viral
it.
80 times on gospel music
Yes.
and hip hop tracks that I've done together, merging them together.
I love it.
And all it took was one of the artists to like or to share.
I got you. I love it, man.
One.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one. Speaking of that, hey, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, GospelStationCharts.com. Make sure y'all go and check that out. That's GospelStationCharts.com. That was a great segue, bro. Thank you for throwing that alley-oop to
You know
me.
what I mean?
I appreciate that.
Let me drink some of my coffee on.
Go ahead, get you some coffee, my brother.
I got my coffee.
Oh, man, Gavin, this has been just absolutely amazing. You know, man, I love what you're doing with gospel music, too. The way you're combining the two together. We know we've seen it before, but I think you're doing something different with it, man. The creativity with it. I mean, I absolutely love the merge of what you're doing.
Well, it makes sense.
It does make sense.
A lot of times the artists
It
they don't make sense. The DJs be. That's what made me do it for real.
Bruh,
for real.
it makes so much sense.
Yeah, you put
Because
two
I'm
songs.
like, okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Choir singing, hands clapping, tambourines, organ playing. Yeah, I think that kind of go together.
Yeah, they got to make
And
sense.
once you mesh it all together, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
To hear what you're able to do, just like that, just like us, what you did with that. That was fire.
Man, I appreciate it. And I made sure to do two versions because I knew the Brandy version was going to be for people who I had already used Higher before.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give them two versions of that. And the other person who actually did a version to it with the Kurt Franklin joint, that was dope too.
Yeah.
But I've heard other people do mashups and they made no sense.
Got you.
It was just like you put a hot beat from another song and they did not make sense. And that was my problem.
Okay, I understand.
I got tired of hearing songs that did not match.
Okay, understood, Gavin.
And
Understood.
It was a great thing. And again, someone from your area was able to do that.
Yeah.
This is bigger than me.
Yeah, it's bigger than you. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. And I think with that kind of attitude, you'll always go far.
Man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I think with that type of attitude, you get it. It's like, I'm going to carry this load.
Yeah.
Just like you said, I ain't going to be Moses, but
No.
I'm going to get to the promised land.
Yeah, no.
Okay? I ain't finna look at it from afar. Okay?
Yeah, we out the woods now.
Yeah, we out of it.
Like I'm a lease. I'm gonna
sir.
say this. I'm a lease 2 months away.
Sure.
From it being a nasty 10-year run.
Yeah, I believe that.
And that 10-year run to be so crazy that either I can retire or just give it to somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. That's beautiful, man. Talk about your time at BET, man. It was BET. You was over there not too long ago.
I never stayed for the actual show.
Ah, okay.
Not
Got
that
up
guy.
out of there. Okay.
But anytime I'm in LA, especially with stuff like that, it's a beautiful thing because you recognize that a lot of the stars that you meet are really just normal people.
Absolutely.
And then the other thing is you're very humbled to know I'm here.
Yes, sir.
And even when you started, I've gotten used to it, but then at the same time, I sometimes forget who I know or who's in the room.
Yeah.
I was in the. I went with my homeboy Skills. Me and shout out to Mad Skills. I talked to him earlier.
Yeah.
We dropped a project called the Bop Guys, and Mad Skills has been everywhere.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So he was like, "Gab, we gonna go." We first of all we was there to do a K-pop session.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yeah, we're going to leave early. We're going to go to the drum." I'm like, "Yo, I'm going to leave a little later. Let me finish this." I go to my room, my amazing room. Hallelujah.
Amen.
And I go to this event
yes,
that
sir.
has probably 120 people there.
Wow.
Most of the people are stars that we all know.
Sure.
I'm looking at the Isleys. I'm looking at Erica Campbell. I'm looking at the president of the BT Awards. I'm looking at all these young people that I've never heard of in my life.
Correct.
I'm talking to execs and different people. My cousin, who I didn't know was there, is trying to introduce me to this person and start working with her to do syncs.
Yeah.
But I'm already signed. And then Usher walks out.
Yeah.
And again, this is not a place you can pay to come.
Exactly.
You have to be on the list.
Yes, sir. You invited.
This is not he gonna email RSB.
No.
The list.
The list, baby.
So to be able to be, because of Skills, I was able to be there.
Sure, man.
But the thing is, to be a part of certain events during that time, knowing you still kind of small to them.
Sure.
But you've done work.
Yeah. Sure.
That's a very huge thing and a beautiful place. And it makes it for me, because I watched two scenarios. I watched people go to stuff like this and come home and say, "Man, Greensboro ain't nothing. God, I can't wait to get out of here." For me, it's like, I got to go home because I want them to know.
Yes.
When y'all seen them pictures, man, look, it's this how much love I have when I come back home. I'm telling them they need to come to Greensboro.
Exactly.
Like it ain't like I can't stand, and I hope you guys hear this. All you up and comings or comers, listen, just because you get in a better place, stop fronting like your town ain't dope. Here's the thing. Every artist goes through this. Yeah. You will soon not be that hot. Home will still love you.
Home will still love you. That's so true. Yeah. You can always pull up and set up.
Trust me.
Yeah. Pull up and set up and do your thing.
Or you're going to spend more money and trying to fool everybody on IG and Facebook in another state because you scared to come home because you done talk too much trash.
Ooh.
Stop it.
Ow.
Stop it.
Church said amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Anyhow.
Never let your troubles get you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you know what's so beautiful about, even with you saying that, you know, being invited and being on that list, Gavin, you was there. Like, okay, they there, but guess what? I'm here too.
I'm here.
I'm here, baby.
I'm here.
Yes. You walking past me too.
Listen, I was there. I shook hands.
Yes, sir.
I watched.
I love it.
I watched one night. And it was funny. Again, I like somebody here.
Sure.
So this young lady comes up to me, and I never said anything about it. So she comes up to me, and she was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah. Well, listen, you're a producer? I'm like, yeah. I guess she's seen I wasn't interested. So she said, well, look, take my IG. I look on her IG. This fool is a star.
A star. You sitting there like, huh? Yeah, hey.
I like her down there. Like,
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's the dope. That's when I knew.
Yes, sir.
That's when I start to recognize who I was.
That part.
And it's this late. I always knew I was a giant, but then when you
Yes.
get to the point where this one is, I'm gonna say flirting. I ain't say she tried to holler.
No. I
She
got
was,
you.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
But well, take and then you, because the team that she was with, I won't call their names, but
Sure.
the people she was with, I was with too.
Yes.
And then to find out,
Yeah.
so it puts everything in perspective of how much, not only do I love North Carolina, you don't have to be this huge person to care about you. Meaning,
That's right, bro.
everybody go out the basketball stars that you probably won't get.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff. And I'm like, yo, I'm around giants
Yeah.
at any given time I want to be.
Yes, sir.
I choose
I choose.
this beautiful life here.
Yeah.
I'm going to still go out there when I got to,
Oh, yeah, of course.
The business got to get handled.
Yes, sir. The
No,
business got to be handled.
Yeah,
Man.
man.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that, though. Because you're right. At that moment, you had the opportunity to
What?
say, man, look what God has done for me.
Man.
Look at me now.
And she's successful. I looked at her IG. I said, "What? Wait.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, was I tripping?" Nah, I wasn't tripping. But
I
nah,
got
like
you, though.
you just, I prefer someone to come up with,
Yeah.
even though I'm already coming up.
Yeah.
But I prefer that than a lot of people that usually go for the.
Sure, man. I got you.
That don't move me.
Yeah.
Done did that.
Yeah.
Been there,
done that. Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
this part,
Yeah.
I done had a star.
Yeah.
Or two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I ain't new to this. I'm true to it, baby. I love it. It's okay to pop off every now and again, right?
Big said it.
Come on now.
Big said it. Female star or two, then a blue light.
Yes, sir.
Well, I forgot this is a gospel station. I'm sorry. Please.
No, really it's not.
Oh, okay,
Really
okay,
it's not.
okay,
They
okay.
just happen to be a sponsor.
Okay.
They knew what they was getting into when they deal with old Black Ross over here, baby. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
Yeah, man. This is beautiful, Gavin. Again, man, we're so proud of you, man. First of all, we were very excited to have you. I can't say that enough, man. Again, it's about North Carolina.
It is.
It's about it. And just to see exactly what you're doing. And also some of the other artists that are doing some great things and phenomenal things here in this area is absolutely beautiful to watch and see. Every time I get a chance to talk to someone, I'm like, wow, you doing what? Where have you been? How come? Yes. You want to sit down? Let's talk. So this is beautiful. I think it will continue to grow, continue to show people that, hey, North Carolina got something to say.
Yeah.
The South got something to say.
South got something
But
to say.
North Carolina got something to say.
No, and you know what? Anytime anything huge come up, let me know when I can come back. Because
Right
look,
on.
this is the thing. The bragging part, which most people would say, I would call it just a testimonial of God's greatness,
Yes.
grace, mercy, and then a simple fact of me when I was married, sticking it out.
Yeah.
But it's important that right now I post everything
Yes.
that happens
Yes.
great.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Because I wish those before me didn't just use me. And well, you know what? But I still had a good time because
Yeah.
Lord Jesus. But I wish that they had a you know what was the crazy struggle? Everybody wanted me to live in LA so much, and it was almost like I call myself the great elephants. I have a real crazy thing about elephants.
Yeah.
Elephants should have been the king of the jungle because they don't run. They walk.
They walk, brother.
They don't excuse themselves.
No.
You get out the way.
You get out the way.
It would take 3 lions to kill a full-size elephant.
Yes, sir.
Not a baby, but a full-size elephant.
Yes, sir.
So I call myself the great elephant. I got that from Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu said one of the greatest things ever in the movie. He said, they're not fit to lead or something like this. He didn't say exactly like this because they lack imagination. A leader, a king that lacks imagination can't rule.
Not at all. Not at all.
They can't.
They can't do it. Yes.
So for me, in my mind of imagination and then just dreaming and all this stuff says the only way you telling me I can make it if I live in California.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all done mess with the wrong person.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can't tell me that.
Nah, I can't tell you that at all.
You crazy.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I told him in L.A. one time, like, yo, you can't win without the South.
Nah, ain't no way.
That's a proven fact.
Oh, yes, sir.
No one can win without the South. Kendrick Lamar, people love Kendrick.
Yeah.
But that like us, help them with the South. You cannot, unless you going to, and look, he's winning because first of all, he got his home. L.A. love him.
They love him.
Cali love him.
Yes.
That's a big place.
Yes, sir.
But you can't win without the South.
Nah,
everybody uses North Carolina musicians.
Yes, sir.
Singers.
Yes, sir.
Writers.
Yes, sir.
Everything.
Everything.
You can't win without us.
I've never seen it.
You can't.
That's right. You can't.
So
it happens.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, you mean I can't go home?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
And make this jump.
Yeah,
you done lost your mind.
Yes, sir.
You crazy.
Yeah, watch me.
Now, it took age.
Sure, man.
What's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Not at all. Sometimes it takes a while. You
just got to be ready to go when it happens.
When it happens, that's what I'm talking about.
Everybody says this thing about Quincy and his 50-year-old thing. He was already dope because he had already did Frank Sinatra and all that. He had did a lot of different records for black artists and different stuff like that.
Yeah.
But his 50th, or around about that time, that's when Thriller came.
Yes, sir.
So my whole purpose has been to beat, maybe not Thriller, that's a lie.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jesus.
Ooh.
But if you do it,
man.
But just to
Huge.
for me, a piece of Thriller was getting on Beyonce.
Man, I was going to say that. Huge.
So, having something go viral was a piece of Thriller for me.
Huge.
Doing all these TV shows is a piece of Thriller for me.
Huge, bro.
So by the time I get 50, I hope I've probably already did this crazy big artist that.
Bro. I mean, we're talking about Beyonce.
What?
I mean, really? You can't even put that in. You know how many artists wish? Think about that. Daydream about that. I mean, seriously.
It's 3 artists. It's 2 artists that may just be as big as her. And that would be Lady Gaga, maybe.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift.
Yes, sir.
But Beyonce, for the black community, is a huge thing. And what made it even crazier was you're really in the 1%.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to producers and singers who have worked
with her. Mm-hmm.
The 1%.
Yeah.
Maybe 5.
Maybe.
So, man.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Out of millions of producers or 100,000 producers,
you get a chance to say
1%.
Yeah. Well, you know how good that look on a resume?
Man. I'm still thinking about it.
Yes. You got that forever. And they can't take it away.
It's on writing.
It's on writing, baby. The music is alive and well. Country music, too. Okay? I'm just saying.
That's real.
History. Yes, sir. So your music did something for the culture.
Man.
Right?
Just playing the organ.
Just playing the organ in a different genre. Come on, man. If I was in church, I'd run around.
Hey, man.
I'd run around the whole church like they used to tell me what's coming. Sweat out your whole shirt and tie. Run all the way around the church, bro. So, man, this is a big deal. So, Gavin, again, brother, of course, you got an open invitation.
Appreciate that.
Say less. Whatever you got going on, we here for it.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Say no more, man. This is North Carolina. We standing up and we're going to support our own. And that's what it is. If you need a voice, we here.
Yes, sir.
We got it. That's what this is all about. Gavin, this has been such an honor and a pleasure.
No, I appreciate you.
Yeah, brother. I'm so, again, thankful and grateful for the opportunity to sit down and speak with you. And usually at the end, we like to have our guests say something positive to somebody that can help them navigate through whatever it is they're trying to get through in life. So if you could say something positive to someone to help them become better, and then secondly, tell the folks how they can follow you, if they want to reach out to you, how can they do so? And it's on you, brother, before we close out.
The one thing that I would say is let age not exist. Do not allow your age to exist in your mind of what and where you want to achieve it at or what you want to do. Let age go.
Yeah.
That is a thing of the past.
Yes, sir.
Age is not your problem.
Yeah, that's right.
And my IG is the Gavin one. You can look up Gavin Maestro, Facebook Gavin Maestro, TikTok Gavin Maestro. But please do not let your age. I am a 45-year-old witness that it does not matter age.
That's right.
Just be dope.
Just be dope. That's it. I love it. Thank you, Gavin, again, brother. And we appreciate you.
Appreciate you,
and
man.
we value you, brother, and your contributions to the arts, brother.
Appreciate that.
Again, much respect. Listen, I hope something was said to you that can help you become a better you. This is the Ross Cloud Podcast. Make it a great day and keep being great. Peace.
Today's episode of the Ross Cloud Podcast is sponsored in part by GospelStationCharts.com, where you can view gospel radio station song charts and track the promotion of your song, such as view how many stations are playing your song and how often, including what day and time your song played. Check it out now. Visit GospelStationCharts.com. Today's episode of the Ross Cloud podcast is sponsored in part by GospelStationCharts.com, where you can view gospel radio station song charts and track the promotion of your song, such as view how many stations are playing your song and how often, including what day and time your song played. Check it out now. Visit GospelStationCharts.com.